problem we have now, we don't know, is that we don't know who is on the side of the citizens. Is it the Senate? Is it the House of Assembly? Or is it the president or the governors? Because here we have governors who are supporting the President Buhari for withholding assent to bill. This has been an issue for the past 2 days, and saying that the president has refused to sign the assent to bill, and they understand that this alone is something that could push country forward and help the economic situation of the country, and also help review some other stuffs like that. But guess what? The president is not even budging. He does not even, a lot of people said when he had to do with the electoral bill, he was quick to do that and all of that. But this is kind of being very sluggish to sign this very assent to bill. Well, we'll see details why these governors are seriously supporting the president. Like, I am shocked. Anyway, guys, I'll bring you more details, but please stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe if you have not, and also give this video a thumbs up, and also don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you can get updated anytime we drop a new video. All right, dear friends, without further ado, says the chairman of the Nigerian Governors Forum, that is the governor of Ekiti State, Dr. Kayode Fayemi, and his Benue State counterpart, Samuel Ortom, has reacted to President Muhammadu Buhari's refusal to assent to the 2021 Electoral Act Amendment Bill, saying the decision was in the interest of the people. Fayemi, however, denied insinuations that they were behind the president's rejection of the bill, saying they were not afraid of direct primaries. Fayemi, who spoke with newsmen yesterday after a meeting with Buhari at the State House, Abuja, dismissed insinuations that the president had danced to the governor's tune by declining assent to the bill. He said the governors did not care whether the mode of primaries was direct or indirect. The NGF chairman said, as someone who had gone through both systems during his first and second primary elections to pick his primary ticket, he was comfortable with any of the modes chosen. He, however, observed that by declining assents, Buhari stood on the side of the people, as he was neither for nor against direct primaries but wanted all options provided for, adding that the president's courage must be commended for standing on the side of the people. Fayemi stated in answer to a question, "I don't know what you mean by governors being happy, at least as the governor who has gone through a series of elections. My election to office during my first term was via a direct primary that took place in all the 177 wards in my state, and my election to my second term in office was via an indirect primary. So I've tasted both, and I can tell you that it really doesn't matter to any governor whether you have primaries via direct mode or indirect mode. What's governor's interest and concern is that opportunities are given for an inclusive process, and I think that is what Mr. President's letter has brought out. Mr. President has not objected to direct primaries, neither has he endorsed indirect primaries. He has only said, be fair to all, let all options apply, and what you decide should be determined by your local and peculiar circumstances, being mindful of questions of security, finances, and internal democracy. So, I think we all should commend the courage of Mr. President to stand with the people. And the president, just like me, is not afraid of whatever mode you decide to use. When I chaired the primaries, the historic primaries that brought him in as a presidential candidate, I was the chair of that primaries in 2014. It was indirect primaries. But in 2019, when he was coming back, he came back via direct primaries. So Mr. President has also tasted both, and I don't think he's somebody to be lectured about the pros and cons of either processes. What is important is to ensure that whatever process you chose in your peculiar circumstances still provides a process that is as free in a manner as possible. It's not completely free process, but at least there is something that is called substantial compliance in electoral law. And if it meets substantial compliance, I think all of us should be happy with that. We shouldn't really dwell too much on it. There's been this exaggerated expectation that direct primaries is going to provide all answers to whatever electoral challenges that we have faced. And we all know that that is false. Direct primary has its own challenges. Indirect primary has its own challenges. A consensus approach is also not without challenges, but options should be provided. That's all I think Mr. President has said. And whether governors are happy or not, it's really immaterial to governors, whether it's direct or indirect. Fayemi said he was at the villa as chairman of the NGF to brief Buhari on issues concerning the state and commended him for trying to stem insecurity in the country. He said, well, it's customary, as chairman of the Nigerian governors, to always exchange notes with Mr. President from time to time, especially in the yellow tide season like this. I always find time to come and say hello to Mr. President. But yes, there will always be issues to discuss between the subnationals and the President of the Federal Republic. To commend him for his efforts in trying to stem the tide of insecurity in our country and to also deal with economic challenges that we are confronted with on the part of as governors. We have had courses this year to raise issues about insecurity in various domains. We have had courses to raise issues about economic challenges and the country is experiencing. We have had courses to raise other governance related issues, and Mr. President has responded to many of these issues. He had stepped in the bridge. He has assisted us as states. Even most recently, he had supported us with bridge finance to address some of the economic difficulties that states are experiencing, and it's always appropriate to express our gratitude, even if we continue to raise concerns about aspects of our governance that we still want to do more on. So that was Governor Fayemi talking different things about Mr. President and all of that. However, Ortom, a member of the main opposition People's Democratic Party who spoke yesterday in Makurdi, said the National Assembly needed to consider the direct primaries clause in the bill, commending Buhari for refusing assent to the electoral bill. Ortom stressed that the electronic transmission of results would deepen democracy and add value to the electoral system. Well, that is their observation about this. So what are you saying? What do you think about all of this? Please drop it in the comment section and also give this video a thumbs up. Thanks for staying tuned. Do have a pleasant time. Bye for now.